I'm here with Canelo. I have returned to my home in Mexico and was so excited to be reunited with Canelo. And I wanted to just give you a message of one of the most important things that I learned from Jim Masterson in the clinic that we hosted at the farm campus in Pennsylvania last weekend. So working with Jim, both doing the filming and getting that, really behind the scenes look and being able to ask questions about how he started the method and what he sees students struggling with the most important lessons, plus seeing the actual students in the clinic working and hearing all of their questions and their insights. I learned so much through that whole weekend. But the thing that I felt was most important for me to hear was when Jim talked about when he's doing his work on the horses, he's not trying to fix anything, which seems counterintuitive to someone that's doing body work, that they should, okay, here's a problem, I need to go in and fix this problem for the horse to be better. But the way that his method works is it's not about fixing the problem. It's really about observing the horse and allowing the horse's signs and signals to guide him to the places in the body where the horse needs to release tension. And that's often not necessarily in the place where they might be showing the problem. So for example, if the horse has some restriction of movement in his shoulders, or he's maybe got a lameness in a front limb, the problem isn't necessarily going to be resolved by working on that area. It might be something different in the body that's creating a tension that is affecting and creating the restriction there. Another sign of how the horse's body is so connected, and we really have to look at caring for them and doing the body work in such a holistic way. So what I learned was this idea of don't try to fix the problem. You're there to work with the horse, to help them with the areas that they show you they need some support, they need that time to release, but it's not about fixing it. And of course, in my specialty as a trainer, I thought about how this could be applied to training as well. And when I go in to solve a behavior problem, I do actually get further if I don't go in trying to attack that problem itself. But if I work with the horse, if I work on other things, for example, if I have a horse that doesn't want to go forward and is resistant going forward, a lot of times I find that if it's just a training issue, if I work on something like the halt and getting a really good stop or a really good backup, it then improves the horse going forward. And there's so many other examples of when there's a problem with the horse, maybe even just generally being resistant under saddle, it's not solved by getting on and trying to force the horse to do something when I'm riding him, not trying to force him to go more forward or force him to become more supple or more obedient. But oftentimes that problem is solved by working on the relationship, working on how the horse feels when we're walking on the ground, how he feels when I'm approaching him out in the field, and then that transfers into how he feels when I'm riding and how he responds to different requests and cues that I have riding. So the next time that you're with your horse, just think about this. What is something that maybe in the past you've thought you've got to fix or got to solve? Whether it's practicing some body work, whether it's in your training. And what if instead of trying to solve that problem, you just observe the horse and you let them kind of guide where your time together goes, where that session goes, or if you're practicing the Masterson Method, letting them guide where your hand goes for where they need to release tension. I also wanted to give a huge shout out to Kimberly and to Stacy, our winners, our top bidders of the fundraiser, the silent auction for Steppenhof, the Mongolian charity. So Stacy and Kimberly took home the tack from Mongolia, and I'm so grateful to everyone that bid, and it's really going to make a difference for the Mongolian herders. So thank you to everyone who participated. This is a little check-in. Look next week for more takeaways and behind-the-scenes video of our filming with Jim Masterson. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you here next week.